Hello, so this is part 2 of my trip to Romania. My first video was me exploring Bucharest, and in the second video I travelled from Bucharest on a day trip up to Transylvania. So I booked myself onto a trip through Viator for a round day trip. We started off by leaving the city past this model of the Arc de Triomphe and the interesting communist style buildings around Bucharest. We were quickly out of the town and into the rolling hills and the forests of rural Romania. I found the scenery quite reminiscent of Austria or Germany, really lush green forests with a sort of Germanic style towns. And you could quickly start seeing mountains with snow on them. This was early summer, so it was really quite hot in the 20s, but you could still see snow on the mountains. So here we are arriving at the first stop, which was Peles Castle. This castle is actually not that old. It was built in the late 19th century, early 20th century for a new king of Romania that came over from Germany to be king, and they built this castle for him. Inside it was really beautiful, lots of really deep dark wood. I guess there's plenty of wood around in the forests of Romania, and it was relatively small, but they had packed a lot in there. I mean, small for a castle, not small for a house. So after Peles Castle, we set off to Bran Castle, which is the one that has been sort of nicknamed Dracula's Castle. This is a much older castle. The scenery was beautiful with the rapeseed oil, and when we got there we found out that the castle had actually been used to be a vaccine centre and anyone could go in and get a vaccine. This castle had kind of been restored and all the walls sort of whitewashed, so it wasn't how it would have been when it was in use, but a lot of the artifacts were there on display. And the little town around it was really cute, lots of places to eat. It was super quiet because the country had only just opened up to tourists, but it was a really nice place with really fresh mountain air. So after that castle, we went to the medieval town of Brasov, which was about maybe an hour away. This was a really beautiful town and so different to Bucharest, not really changed or affected by communism, so all the original medieval buildings were still there. We had a late lunch, some traditional Romanian food, a soup in a sort of bread bowl. And then back to Bucharest through the beautiful Romanian countryside. It was a really nice day and so different to my previous day in Bucharest from my other video. Really peaceful, calm, and the castles were really fun to explore, and great that there was hardly any tourists there as well. But that's it, so check out my other Romania video if you haven't already. Thanks for watching!